State Farm, the presenting sponsor of the 2021 Tiny Desk Contest, is proud to support the Tiny Desk Contest Top Shelf Series. State Farm thanks the amazing artists participating and all of you tuning in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For NPR Music, welcome to the Tiny Desk Contest Top Shelf. I'm Bob Boilen. So we started this contest to find great new talent from all around the country. And the winner of this contest that we've started is going to get to play a Tiny Desk concert. And that's a concert at NPR behind my desk. And we've done so many amazing concerts in the Tiny Desk Contest series. And we started this series called Top Shelf, where our judges take the favorite entries that we've seen out of the thousands that we get, and then they help whittle them down. And we're going to play some of the ones, our favorite judges' choices for this year, amongst the thousands as we head towards picking a winner for the Tiny Desk Contest. And that'll happen sometime in September. Other judges will join us week after week over the course of the summer. Next week is Phoebe Bridgers. Toby and Wigway is August 5th. John Morrison's August 19th. Julie Height. And then Linda Diaz, last year's Tiny Desk Contest winner. Hello, everybody in the chat room. Let us know where you're from. Tell us what you think of the entries. Maybe tell us what you think of the entries you've seen so far, and then some of the ones you'll see today. Kicking off today's Tiny Desk Contest and the Tiny Desk Top Shelf is producer, partner in crime, contest judge, Bobby Carter. How are you? Oh my gosh. You know, we see each other every day like this, and I haven't seen you in the room behind the desk in a year and a half. I miss the heck out of you.
I really do. I miss you too, man. What a difference a year makes. Who would have thought that we would still be here doing this? But the good thing is that we're still doing this, right? We crowned a winner last year, and yeah, I'm excited to do this again. This is fun, man. We get to chop it up about some of my favorite. I'm gonna say some of my favorites because it was really tough. I'll just say, real quickly. This year was this is my second year as a judge, one of the judges, and it's a tale of two completely different years for me. If I'm being honest, Linda was the front runner for me very early last year. Linda Diaz, our 2020 winner, she was a front runner for me early on last year. But this year, it's tough. It's very, very tough.
We're not gonna lie. Yeah.
I don't know who my absolute favorite is, and it's going to be really tough this year to pick a winner. Much harder than last year because we have so many great entries.
So let's start off with one of those entries of the multitude of favorites. Where are you going to take us?
Topanga Canyon, California. Picking up sort of where we left off last year. One of my favorites from last year, her name is Selena Moon. The song is called Hummingbird.
Let's hear it.
They were meant for moving, they weren't meant for healing, they weren't meant for breaking boundaries, healing memories, sharing beauty.
Selena Moon. Yeah. I've seen this a lot, and it's still every time blows me away. But also, I think there are a couple of things I think about. One is the nature of the beast here is that the entries we get are all over the map, and I don't just mean location.
Yeah. I think there's a theme as I'm looking at 5 that I picked today. There's a theme. A lot of this music was written and sort of came about while we were shut in. So you're gonna get a lot of messages about what was going on over the past year. So and when she picked up the harp after she saw her entry on Top Shelf last year. So she and her voice is just it's just sick. Like it's so much substance in that deep vibrato. Like, I mean, I guess we classify this as folk, but this is soul. This is straight from the soul. And I am such a fan of Selena Moon, man.
She said, "I woke from a dream running my hands down a harp. I wrote this song the day I brought it home. Amongst the protests, amongst the lockdowns and chaos, she wrote that song, Hummingbird." I think the inspiration that's happened for so many musicians and being more isolated, not being with their bandmates, I think we'll see that as a theme as we go through these Tiny Desk contest entries. Take us to Z the Author.
Yeah. Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was hoping, and I put out a call to action for some hip hop this year and some MCs, and we got some. Let's check out Z the Author.
Hi. My name is Z the Author. This is my tiny desk, as you can see. And I have a song I want to do for you. And it goes like this. Bleed. Hold your head down when you outside, bleed. Mama never let you on the south side, bleed. Living in the valley of the outcry, bleed. Belly of the beast when it outcries, bleed. Watching gun blast, you let the time pass, bleed. If you still alive, you the outcast, bleed. Told the boys I won't stop. Told the boys. One more time, I said bleed. Hold your head down when you're outside, bleed. Mama never let you on the south side, bleed. Living in the valley of the outcry, bleed. Belly of the beast when it outcries, bleed. Watching gun blast, you let the time pass, bleed. If you still alive, you the outcast, bleed. Told the boys I won't stop. Told the boys, look. Them boys that's on the block, stay on the block, way in the block, 8 on the dot, waiting on ops to come. They on the block, ain't on the block, they aiming the dots, but on the block, niggas is safe, they chasing the cops, running they ops, running they clocks, but calling they shots. Brown in the court, them swords don't hit when guns what they fought. When animals deep in the zoo, deep in the trenches. We in hell and the heat too expensive. How them shells still steep with extensions, govern expenses, cheap like female extensions. He like beats like chief, so he can keep in the Bentley. Me like peace, but block not cool, contentment. Long silence, period, blood, end of the sentence, period, blood. The rush of 1,000 sins leaving her body. Blood of a saint, blood of a newborn baby, catching his first body. Know who you is, get it for free, that's my black on right to get rich. Don't ever ask a black man where he was raised. The better question is, what's the name of his inner slave? The better question is, what's his idea of getting paid? And how does that affect him today? And where does it change from trade and commerce, of J's and Converse? Some days I ponder which way I wander, which path I follow. Break my back for the art like Frida Kahlo, priest free the lost souls. That's why we don't give love to narcs and narcos. Heartbeat, lunch meat, because it was carved cold, hearts froze. Beat me up for a minute, be in my shoes and live it. See how misconstrued it is, and if you really love me, give me my 3 seconds of fame. Give me brain, not top, just tell me some of your claims and opinions. We need to respect the feminine ways, so tell me what you believe and I'll tell you how much it pays to know what you believe and how much it feel like home. Where the black man raises, where the black man roam. 23 on his jersey and make the black man the GOAT, but 23 chromosomes, where the black man from, we free. Yeah, we free. We free. We. And then go like bleed. Hold your head down when you outside bleed. Mama never let you on the south side bleed. Living in the valley of the outcry bleed. Belly of the beach when it outcries bleed. Watching gun blast and let the time pass bleed. If you still alive, you the outcast bleed. Told the boys I won't stop. Told the boys I won't stop. And it go like bleed. Watching hand claps when dying blaze. Out of shit, got bleed. Watching up blast, let the time pass bleed. If you still alive, you the outcast bleed. Down we fall and the up bitch bleed. It don't really up bitch bleed. Told my boys I won't stop. Told the boys I won't stop. And then go like yeah.
Collie's interlude by Z, the author.
That's what I'm talking about.
When you see something like this, like it's a slow build in the start. I mean,
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Go through it. Walk me through like what's going through your brain as a judge of the contest and just a music lover.
Well, given the fact that we watch so many of these videos, I'll be honest, like you got about a good minute to bring me in, and you know what I mean? I tend to watch them all, but I'm like, I hope this goes somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But this is, like you said, it's such a slow build, but with each section of it, even with the beat, the minimalist beat, and the visuals, and then when he at that last minute and a half, like I stood up. I was just blown away by this young man. Young man with an old soul, for sure. Listen, if you put the word author in your stage name, you best be able to spit. You best be able to tell me something. And yeah, like this, I mean, you know, New Mexico is definitely long overdue for some national exposure in terms of hip hop, and we might have one with this one. He is, yeah, yeah, Z the author.
Awesome. Quick reminder: the contest is this wonderful event that we put on to anyone, basically over 18, who lives in the United States, can send us an original song of theirs and performed. Video quality, it's nice when it's great, and there's some amazing ones that you jaw drops, and then there are some that the video quality is not. But we listen for the music and the quality of what you're saying and what you're trying to present and your heart and your soul. I mean, that's what we care about. And then in the end, our judges get together. We have conversations about these things. We see if there's sometimes some years there's simple consensus.
Yeah.
Other years, whoo, fire.
Yeah. We're having
There's a lot of passion.
These are good problems we're gonna have this year, but my God, I don't know where we're going here. Oh man.
So our next artist is Dap the Contract. And not only are we going to watch the video, but we're going to bring him on and talk to him about doing this entry, about the song that you're about to see. You want to give us any more intro to the Dap the Contract, Bobby?
We got plenty to talk about. Dap the Contract, the song's called Love the World.
Let's hear it.
Let's get to it.
Check. Love. Word to Brim Blisco on the production. Yeah. Check. When I put my hoodie on, I feel like Trayvon. Just hope I make it back to the crib before the day gone. Looking over my shoulder, I see the hate come. Just bent over harms, yeah, this is just another waveform. A girl just started new work with Rikers Island, like modern day slavery. Hear sirens, gotta stay calm. Trap a kid, you kill the narrative, I'm trying to save ours. Like it was written in the stars, can never change ours. Pharmaceuticals killing us while we hate farms. They breeding super animals, that's why we hate farms. I gotta talk my shit, they like say something. That old DAP, I bring it back like Jake from State Farm. So where I'm from, they got respect for me like Nate Dogg. Yeah, wish I could be a clone. I work like 8 jobs, or maybe one job could change it all. Ain't talking Steve Jobs. That iPhone, close your third eye until you see none. On the earth, on the last, some niggas don't believe in wildfires and viruses, but we believe in Jesus and we never seen him. They think I'm losing my faith, they lost the meaning. I don't believe in God because of church, I just feel it. And the mama think I'm drinking too much, she hate the battle scars. But the boy grown up, not reaching for the stars. It's time to graduate again, I gotta set the bomb. Still I'm writing all these bars, swear the kid goes super hard. Gotta love the world, just like my God. Cause I love my God, like that's my world. How the world has changed, it's so insane. Now it ain't the same no more. But the God so loved the world, that he gave his son. But I ain't God, so put down the gun. Don't shoot, don't run, and don't tase us. I just pray the Lord save us. The 27 Club just turned 21. I turned 27 in a month, I'm scared to see the reaper come. Death is all in the air and you can smell it, huh? Gotta do what I'm here for, I gotta get it done. Rest in peace to Ahmad that hit me in my heart. Georgia always on my mind is always scarred. Like why we gotta run for our lives, I'm trying to run with Maud. Those murderers only charged, they ain't behind bars. The night bomb, but still the system acting like a bodyguard. Lord knows if I had 3 wishes from a genie, I would wish 3 times, help everybody that really need it. People dying in the streets, you wonder why they gotta steal some. And all the while the government stealing from what we eat from. It's dark times, but I see better days. Lemon on lines, we gotta make the sweetest lemonade. They said it's time to go to Mars, they trying to get away. But that's just a runner-up, and I can never run away. Love the world, gotta love the world, just like my God. Cause I love my God, like that's my world. How the world has changed, it's so insane. Now it ain't the same no more. But the God so loved the world, that he gave his son. But I ain't God, so put down the gun. Don't shoot, don't run, and don't tase us. I just pray the Lord save us. Love the world. Yeah.
Love the World. Dap the Contract. Yeah. So what did you love about that? Like, what was your first impression when you saw that?
The melody first off before he opened his mouth. So when I hear something like that, I was like, God, I hope he comes through. I hope he holds up his end of the bargain. And he can rhyme, number one. This one hit me in the heart because I sort of super familiar with what he was talking about. I think this was inspired by what he thought about once he saw the murder of Ma Arbery. So this one is a deep one. It cuts deep. But I mean, he's just so versatile. I mean, obviously the skills are there, the metaphors, he can rhyme, he can harmonize. It's just an amazing song, and just the execution. It was, I mean, this will fit right behind the desk, right?
Sure thing.
So
well, how about,
yeah,
go ahead.
Let's bring the man on. Adapt the contract.
Hello? Yo, what's good?
Yes, there he is.
You're good.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're making our jobs very hard this year, sir.
I'm glad, in a good way, I hope.
Indeed.
So Dap, aside from the music, when I started to read about you, like brain explosion, number one, I can't really say. I mean, you're from a bit of everywhere. You were born and raised in Lagos, right?
Yeah,
yeah, and then you spent time in the UK, and oh my God, you're a lawyer. You went to school in, I think, Columbia and Brown. So I'm thinking, like, how the hell is he doing all of that and able to do this? So first of all, thank you. Where do you get this incredible work ethic, man?
First of all, thank you for all of that. That means a lot. I guess it comes from just coming from a really musical family, and I started playing the piano when I was 4 years old. And I think noticing how quickly I got better at my craft by just putting in the work and practicing the scales every day and that sort of thing. And my parents really motivating me as well. I think by the time I was 14, I've been playing for 10 years and I could see the growth in that time. And then when I was 14, I started producing and put out my first tape at 18. So I just always noticed those progressions. If I put in 5 years here, 3 years here, like, and trying to have a long-term mentality, I think that's where it comes from. Because I knew as soon as I started writing my own lyrics and telling my story, like, I would start at the bottom and just keep working. And if I put the 10,000 hours in, as they say, then I knew I'd get there. I think that's where it comes from, like classical piano training.
And you slide sleep in there when?
When I can. Music comes before sleep, that's for sure.
Respect.
I was curious about the bandmates and
yes.
And a lot of people during both years, last year and this year, recording a Tiny Desk contest entry with friends in the same room, maskless, wasn't something that was easy to pull off. So there were many challenges. So first of all, was this like the first time you saw these people in a while? And
yeah.
Talk to us about the actual making of the song.
Yeah, so I wrote the song, as you're correct, and I wrote the song after seeing the murder of Ahmaud Arbery in, I think, April or May last year is when the video started circulating on social media. And right before the pandemic lockdown started on March 16th. I think that was the last time we'd seen each other. We had a show a couple days before lockdown. So recording the video was crazy because I was actually studying for the New York bar. We recorded this video, I think, 3 weeks before I took the bar, which I know sounds insane, but
it is insane.
I think
let's be real.
Luckily, I passed, so there you go.
Oh, nice.
But I think the way I motivate myself is just making them both make sense together. I mean, I'm one human being. I can't really split my life into two and be a lawyer by day and musician by night. It kind of all goes together. And I think you can hear in the content of what I'm talking about. I mean, studying constitutional law for the bar is part of the reason this kind of information comes out in my music, And studying for the bar, I was looking at the Statue of Liberty out my window as well. So that was just always playing on my mind, and then scrolling on my phone and seeing these videos. It kind of just all fell out of me that way. But these musicians, I'm glad you highlight them because these are all friends of mine that I met at Brown University where I went to undergrad. Not all of them, but I met 2 or I think 3 of them at Brown, and then the others are friends of theirs who they went to music college with after Brown. So I think college was a good thing for me. I got encouraged to drop out a couple times, but I made a point to stay and finish the job. So I'm glad I did because these are incredible musicians, and we've been playing together for almost 7-8 years now. So
amazing. This is, you've entered before, right? Is this your second or third?
Second, third, maybe actually. Yeah, I think it is my third.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully third time's a charm, man. It's oh, thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's an honor to be on here. I really, really respect this platform and what you do for artists, especially up and coming artists. So thank you so much for having me, for real.
I'm just curious if before you run away, a couple of things. One is like, how did you find out about the contest? Because we like to know that for people, like what inspires you. How did you find it? So we could make sure more people
Definitely. I think word of mouth, which is always the most organic way. I think I just heard so many people talking about it, and this was early. I'm not sure when you started, but I want to say something like 2015, maybe earlier.
Right, a little earlier.
Yeah, and so I heard about it, and then I started watching one video, and then another artist that I knew of would pop up, and they do a Tiny Desk, and then I just started watching all of them. And I can quote one of my favorite moments was the when Mac, rest in peace, when Mac did his, and in the middle of his, after doing his little solo, Thundercat was just like, thank you. That was one of my favorite moments in any performance ever. But I've watched so many of them, and I really, really love this platform.
So I'll tell you, I did a little. Go ahead, Bob.
No, please.
No, I was gonna say. So obviously, after I saw your video, I did some digging. And there's much more. You got. So I just want to know where, if you can let people know where they can find your music.
Yes, absolutely. So I go by Dap the Contract. People call me Dap or DAP, but it's Dap the Contract on all social media, all streaming platforms, videos on YouTube. Go check them out. Dap the Contract everywhere.
So a lawyer with contract in your name. I hadn't really put those two things together until just now. Well, good luck on all your fronts, because you got a lot cooking, and we're really proud of this entry, and thank you for it.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, brother.
Bobby, you're picking good ones.
Listen, if I do say so myself, it's some good stuff out there.
So the next one you're going to play was kind of this bit of a puzzle to me. Like, and I couldn't, find that moment to hook in. Like, I mean, I always say this, but there's no right or wrong in music. Like, what hits you and doesn't hit me doesn't make it any better or worse. It just, hey, this speaks to my soul. Go for it. Yeah. So let's talk about Seafoam Walls and the song Root that we're going to play next.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that I just kept coming back to. I could not get this melody out of my head. And you guys will hear it. Miami, Florida. It's a band out of Miami. This one really, really stuck with me. So yeah, let's check it out. Seafoam Walls, Root.
Awesome. The band is Seafoam Walls. There's so many interesting things going on there. The hook into you was deep. I remember you
It
raving
was,
about
and
that.
before that, I wonder if they were holding the dog back for the entire song, or is the dog just that smart to just say, "Okay, last beat, let me go holler at my peoples now." I don't know. Yeah, that I love that song, and our friend Josh, Tiny Desk engineer extraordinaire, took the words out of my mouth. It gives his voice, and the pink hoodie gives me big Thundercat vibes. The first
I
sort
see.
of
Yeah.
it it really sort of resembles Thundercat, and I just it's the melody here. It's another one of those slow builds that hooked me, and then there was a beat switch in the end. With the I forget his name. Was doing with the drum pads. This was just a
Uh,
vibe for me.
yeah. Josue Vargas, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, this is just a big vibe for me. Never looked up. They looked like a bunch of sad boys. They didn't even look up. I just felt this a lot.
The wonderful thing that we get to do is to watch hundreds and hundreds and actually thousands in some cases of these coming in. And there are many things I love. One of them is I love looking around the room. I think it often tells you a lot about people's personality, be it the curtains that they choose or the kind of guitar that they purchase or the whatever. So I love that. The pets, we always smile and with the pets. Plants, there are often plants in videos. Anyway, there are little details. But
Yeah,
the biggest thing, of course, is the crazy surprises in the music that we hear over and over again. The Top Shelf
yeah,
series is going to go on for 8 weeks. This is our first of 8. Phoebe Bridgers is going to be, who is one of our judges for the Tiny Desk contest as we head towards finding the winner to the Tiny Desk contest, which is
yeah.
what Top Shelf and this is all about. She'll be on next week, and she'll have a whole new selection of videos to choose from. And we each find different things in these big selection of videos. But you may find yourself as the viewer, listener out there wanting to dig into your own little world. And if you go to npr.org/tiny desk contest, there is a rabbit hole waiting for you. Right? You can just watch thousands. And
Yeah.
And it's just a joy to discover all the talent that's around in our wonderful country. And so
Yeah, the saddest part about this for me is that we can't feature everything, right? Like this is just 5 here, but trust there are. I believe I said this last year. There's so many talented musicians in this country. It's amazing, and I need to do more. When we talk to a guy like Dab, I'm just like, what? I just do one thing, maybe 2. This kid is like,
yeah.
Nah, like there's a lot to check out. Thousands of entries that are a lot of really really good stuff.
And a lot of them are on the All Songs Considered blog. Week after week, we highlighted things during the contest and while the entries were pouring in, so you can go there to find highlights. We're going to put this and all 8 of the Top Shelf episodes in the All Songs podcast. All Songs Considered is the podcast that I do every week and have done for the last 21 years. But we're going to take these, and every Monday, we're going to put the audio version of this in our podcast. If you're listening to the audio version and want to see the video version, you can run over to the Tiny Desk site. Run over to the NPR Music site on YouTube and watch the video version of this, so you can actually see the videos and you'll see Dap the Contract and all that stuff. So thank you, everybody in the chat room. It was a joy. Quickly, in the chat room, type your favorite one of the 5. I'm just curious to see while we go out. Take us to the last song, Bobby. Where are we going?
Yeah, we got a lot of the entry. We got a few of the people that we saw today in the chat room as well. To close out, we're taking it to Chi-Town, and this is another song that came about that was sort of birthed through what everybody was going through last year, the pandemic, the election, protests. It sort of came about that way. We're rocking out to take us out. This is the song called Old Empires by Lithia.
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody who made this possible. And Bobby, great choices as always. We'll battle it out when we pick the winner, I'm sure, because, oh my gosh, it's going to be
Listen, if
awesome.
there's anything we can do, we can battle it out over music. Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you. Take care, everybody. For NPR Music, this is our first Top Shelf 2021. Cheers.
Peace.